Sonic.
More of your ice cream after dinner.
Okay.
So we're on to a new mission. And this was kind of not really unplanned, but wasn't really on the radar, but it popped up. This lady was offering these hay bales for sale. Last year's hay, net wrapped rolls, and she was asking $30 a bale for last year's hay because she just wanted to get it out of her way. It's been sitting in her yard. Turns out her dad and her uncle, they're custom balers, and so they had stacked all this hay in this poor lady's yard and then had been selling it. You know, she's having to deal with the eyesore of it. So she said, I don't care, I'm getting rid of this crap. Well, I was kind of entertaining her at $30 a bale. You know, I was like, oh, that's not a horrible price. New, fresh out of the field right now is $45 a roll. And, you know, so $30 a roll for year-old hay. What I'm doing with it is I'm using it for mulch. And I'm using it just as organic material. So I don't care that it's ugly last year's hay. Shoot, that's a benefit because it's that much further composted already. So I put those there. Those were all 4 in the new nest boxes, in the wooden boxes. All right. So anyway, you know, for me, the fact that it's a year old, heck, that's just that much closer to, you know, being soil. Well, I was kind of entertaining the notion at $30 a bale, and I told her, well, you know, I'll buy 3 or 4. I don't really know how many I really need. Maybe a lot more than I thought. I really have no idea. But initially, I just wanted to get it just to stabilize the pond bank. Now that I've been working on grading that smooth. And then I thought, well, shoot, I guess I can use it to seed the whole front yard, and I can use it for the garden. You know, just put it down as thick mulch in the garden. What's it going to hurt? Well, then she messaged me. We were kind of having a hard time connecting on when I was gonna go get it, and then she messaged me and she said, hey, $20 a bale if you take it all. She only had 13 bales, so $260 versus $390. Okay, good enough, you know. Which I wasn't originally gonna take it all, but I was like, hey, for $260, yeah, I'll take it all. So like I said, it's less than half the price of this year's hay. But again, we're not using it for livestock feed. I mean, if the goats get out here and pick at it, I don't care. They're welcome to it, you know, but I'm not worried about the fresh nutrient quality of it. You know, I'm using it just for ground cover, for mulch, just to hold the moisture in. So I was just going to show you these. It was kind of funny. I was talking to the guy that was loading them, and you know, I was thinking that a 4x5 bale fresh rolled was 1,000 to 1,200 pounds, maybe fresh. And these, of course, been sitting out. They're a little bit drier. Now, of course, they've been sitting out in the rain, which they shed the rain pretty well. So I thought, well, they're a little bit drier. They're probably 700-800 pounds. And I went to pick them up, and I asked this guy, who again is a custom baler, I said, how heavy do you think these are, 700 or 800 pounds? Because my trailer is only rated for 7,000 gross. It's got two 3,500 pound axles. And so I was trying to decide how many to put on the trailer, and he says, well, he just starts loading the trailer. And next thing I know, he's got 8 bales on the trailer. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, so 8, let's just say they're 800 apiece, that's 6,400 pounds. You know, that's cutting it close, but of course the axles are derated, so I'm okay. He says, oh, well, no, these are probably, he says, you know, when these are brand new rolled, they're 2,000 pounds. So these are probably 1,600. And I was just like, uh-oh. You know, I'm like, so at 1,500, you're telling me you just put 12,000 pounds on my trailer that's rated for 7,000? Oh man, don't worry about it, brother. I do it every day. Just take it slow. And I'm like, crap, I've got 15 miles of bumpy back roads, you know? Whatever. I get home, and so I was thinking, really, my concern wasn't the trailer as much as it was Rita, because I thought Rita's not even going to pick these dang things up. I'm going to have to fight with them. I get home, get the forks on them, Rita picks them up just fine. They're 800 tops. Tops. I think that's what Rita's boom will do, is about 800. So I'm like, man, come on. And again, I don't care. I wasn't buying them based on the weight. But I'm like, Dude, your numbers are all wrong, bro. I told him that. I went back for the second load. I said, there's no way these things are 1,500 pounds, not even close. Oh, well, you know, they're dried out a little bit more. And I'm like, you think they really lose half their weight in a year? I don't know. I'm not a hay expert, but I think he was blowing a little smoke. I was telling my brother about it, and he said, oh, he probably got confused by his, pressure gauge or something like that. And I said, I think it's just like a fishing story. This guy's a professional hay baler. This is what he does. I said, I think it's kind of like a fishing story where every bale he rolls just gets a little bit bigger and a little bit tighter and a little bit heavier. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I was just going to show you guys my loot. The kids have been down there playing hay bale tag, which is awesome. That's something I did growing up as a kid, and I want them to be able to do it. It's kind of funny. We have big round bales. We didn't buy them for the goats. We've entertained the notion of buying round bales for the goats, but my wife's worried about them sitting out, getting rained on and getting moldy, and then the goats not wanting to eat them. So maybe eventually I'll build, some kind of hay crib where I can put a whole round bale in there. The goats waste so much of it, it's just ridiculous. But at the same time, one of these bales, even at $45 a bale, new in the field, one of these bales, the guy told me if he rebales them, he's got a rebaler. And they'll take them in the wintertime, they'll rebale round bales into square bales. And he says one round bale makes 22 squares. Okay, so 22 squares, we paid $3 a bale out of the field, $66, okay? Or one round at $45, right? You're gonna go buy retail square bales in the wintertime, they're $7, $8 a bale out of the barn. Or one round bale at $45. So, there's a point there. It's definitely cheaper and easier to roll them up than it is to put them into squares. Squares are easy to handle on a small basis, which is why we use them for the goats. But if we're looking to start feeding a lot and, being able to set out one big bale at a time, then rounds certainly be the way to go. Anyway, like I said, not the point. I just want to show off, I guess, show you guys our round bales that we got. I didn't get any video of actually unloading them. It was a bit of a fight, not because of the tractor, but because of these stupid forks that I used. The forks kept flopping out. I don't have a proper hay spear, so I was having to deal with my forks being junk. But anyway, the kids are bothering me. I gotta go start cooking dinner. But I just want to show you all the hay bales.